Hello, today I wanted to make a video about comments. Now, I know most people have probably seen comments 1,000 times and they're already bored of seeing hundreds of tutorials that just explain comments. So, if you haven't seen how you can use comments in C, then please feel free to just skip this episode and go on to the next tutorial once I've made it. But if you don't have much prior knowledge of comments in C, because they're slightly different to some other languages like Python, then I'd strongly recommend watching this video. I know comments aren't always the best. I know comments aren't always the most interesting coding things, but we'll get through them. It's only 5 minutes or so, and they're very, very useful once you've actually making complicated programs. So basically, we can add extra details to our program, explaining how they work, without writing it all in another file. So we can actually do that in the code itself. Now, the way that works is using comments. And a comment is basically, well, a single line comment starts with a // a double // and you can write whatever you want in here. And it doesn't matter, it just ignores this line, it just doesn't care. Now, we can also do this at the end of lines of code. So even though these are both on line 5, this code will be run, and whatever on earth this is will not. So that's a way where you can, that's how you can use single line comments. But just note that if you do try and then use some code here, it won't work. You can't try and trick it by doing another double / or / or something. I've tried that many times before. It doesn't work. So make sure you only use if you've used a single line comment, don't put some code after it expecting it to run. In my case, it's quite easy to spot because it goes green, but sometimes if you don't have any syntax highlighting or your code isn't multicoloured like mine, you won't be able to see this easily and you might wonder why it's not running. So just remember, never put single line comments after a line of code if you're then going to write some more code after the comment. But how can we get around that? There must be one way. Well, there is, and that's using multi-line comments. Now, multi-line comments, as the name suggests, they can go on for many lines as you want, in fact. You can have an 100-line comment. I wouldn't really recommend it, it'd be quite complicated. But the way you do it is by starting the comment off with a /, just one /, and then a star, or an asterisk, whatever you call it. And as you can see, the whole code is now commented, and then you need to end it with a star and then a /. So the other way round from how you start it. And as you can see now, this actually, let me just do that. This code can actually run now, even though we've got a comment on the same line before it. So that's pretty cool. And what about if we were to, well, what about if we want to use this on multi-lines? So let's, for example, up the top of our code here. Now, I don't really like using this, it seems a bit stupid to me using this, but well, lots of programs do it, and you can write things like author, and so you can do things like that, and you can also add a date, and clearly, well, what even is the date today? I don't even know the date. 25th of June 2022. But the thing is, I don't really see the point in this because the author, okay, but if the author could change, and what do you do if, like, someone stops working on the project and then another person comes along and takes a place? Do they just replace it with their name? Like, Billy or someone. Say Dylan, who's me, right? I'm Dylan. So I write this amazing little code with great commenting, like look at this amazing commenting, and then let's say I get bored of this project. Someone else comes along and takes their place for me. Well, I've already wrote all this code, so this code I should be credited for this incredible code. But they come along and change the author to Billy. Who's them? Well, who's the author? Do you say? I guess you could say Dylan and Billy, but then what if you have and I don't really know, James and John and Peter, and I could go on for ages. Yeah, anyway, the point is, comments are often used like that, and you can even put multiple stars there. It doesn't actually matter, but I don't really like the idea of it because it seems a bit stupid to me. Anyway, I'm just here to tell you that this is what a lot of people do. It's up to you if you do something like this, but also this is how you use comments in line.